This video is made for an adult audience. Hey Brick fans, welcome back to the Brick Bakery, where all our jokes are half baked. I'm Jacob, and today it's time to continue work on the Ninjago City District in my LEGO City. In my last LEGO City update, I finished work on the flooring for the first floor of my LEGO Ninjago City District, and I was pretty pleased with the result. However, I have gotten a lot of great suggestions for modifications and stuff I can do to make this even better. And I'm hoping to put some of that in today and also start work on that first floor, putting in shops, residential buildings, all kinds of great details, all that good stuff. But let's head over to Bakersville and I'll tell you more about this project. Here we are. This is the LEGO Ninjago District in my LEGO City as it looks currently. Now, what I built last time was this flooring up here and the pillars out here in front. I also made some supports for the entire floor. And as I said, I have gotten some great suggestions on how to improve these things, and I will be working on that today. At the end of last week's video, I was talking about how I might start work on a waterfall or an aqueduct down here today, but I won't. I have reconsidered and I will be working on the top of the building instead. However, I will eventually get around to this because this is going to be pretty exciting. There are actually some of the buildings down here that I intend to remove and integrate into the upper floors of the Ninjago City District. For example, this one right here, which I have never been fully satisfied with, and it's also going to be in the way of whatever sort of water feature that I decide to put in here, because it has to be right here. So this one will definitely come out and be integrated into the LEGO Ninjago City District in some way. But without further ado, let's get over to the build table and let's get started on today's build. Here we are. This is the building as it looks right now, and today I will be working on this floor up here. I've got plans for what to put in here and I'll show you those. Up and to the left we've got an observatory, then there's a pizza place down below that. You can see I've written elevator down in the lower left corner, and up and to the right we've got residence areas, and then there's a comedy club, or it says comedy, but anyway, it is a comedy club. And I do have some ideas on how to build these. I'm not sure I will be making all of these today because it's going to be quite a job, but other than that, all of these are intended to go in here. The first thing I will be working on today is that road, because I have an idea with some graded pieces that I would like to put in there. And that's these graded pieces right here. This is based on a discussion or talk I had with Welcome to Euphoria in the comments to my last video. And he suggested that I could do more in the sense of having walkways and stairs and all kinds of things, which would make sense in the Ninjago City aesthetic. And I fully agree, and this is my attempt to do some of that already. So I will be placing these up here. Well, if I can get them apart, that is. I will be placing them right about here, and then there will be some kind of light coming down to the floor below, which I think is quite important. So that's the first step for today, trying to integrate these two into the flooring of the first floor. Alright, so I completely had to rebuild this upper floor using some different Technic parts, because these, I couldn't put anything across these, so I needed something that could actually do that, which is Technic parts. Now, I have no skill in Technics, so this might seem very amateurish, but I think it holds up pretty well, and it has to, because it's going to be a bit heavy what's going to go on over here. So what I need to do now is put it up here and then just attach it along the side here, and I think we should be good to go. Putting in the stuff on the next floor. Here we go. Yes, yes, very good. Very good, very good, very good. There are maybe a bit of stuff that could use some support here and there, and I may look into that. But other than that, I think this is pretty good. And here's an angle where you can maybe see the point a bit better. These grates are now allowing some light to get down at the bottom, which I think is a great idea, and maybe makes everything down here a little more visible. Now I need to start making the outlines for the buildings that I intend to put in here. And that's gonna be interesting, to say the least. Here we go. This is the first iteration of the small comedy club. Now, this is a wonderful color. I really like this. I believe this one is called Salmon. And what I did here is I used some snot bricks and just attached these to make this interesting pattern here. And then again, some snot bricks using some of these, I don't know what you call these, half arched, whatever, 1x2s. They're very interesting, and the color is, I believe, mostly used in the Friends sets currently, but I do like it, and I do like this color combination, which I think more or less blatantly has been stolen from the Friends sets. But whatever, I need to get going on this and get a bit farther. I have some ideas for a multicolored building with some details. Of course, there's going to be more buildings down here, so there won't be any windows here. And as this side here is very, very close to the buildings next to it, I'm not sure I will be adding much more in the sense of windows here either. But here I will be adding some windows just because that would probably look good. Here we go. This is the first iteration of the small comedy club here on the first floor of the Ninjago City District. Now, of course, there isn't much room in there, but I'm thinking 3, maybe 4, 5 seats, a small stage, and a very small bar. There should be plenty of room for that in there, indeed. Of course, I do have an issue of how to roof this, and also the issue that this is pretty loose, this is pretty loose, and this is pretty loose. But other than that, I do think it's looking very, very interesting, and I do like what I managed to do with the door right here, which is also pretty loose. So that's the issue. That's when you've only got 1x2s, for instance, to work with, and you still need to interlock everything. But how am I going to proceed, I'm asking myself. I don't know if I should make the interior or make more outlines for other buildings. The interior would be interesting, but other things would be interesting as well. I think I'll try out for the. I think I try out the interior first, and we'll see how it goes from there. So here's the first little problem I overcame. I have built microphones like this several times before, and suddenly I couldn't remember how I did it. So I actually had to go look up my own submission over on LEGO Ideas, which I submitted a long time ago. It's not relevant anymore. But anyway, I had to look up my own stuff to actually figure out how I did that. But now I have actually designed this little microphone. So here we have the stage for our stand-up comedian, and he can go, or she can go nuts if he or she wants to. And of course now I need some chairs and such standing around here for people to sit on. And I'm fast realizing that the idea of having a small bar here as well is going to be pretty difficult. But I think it's going to be obvious what this is anyway. So on we go, making some small chairs and such. There we go. That is the interior of the small comedy club almost done. What I need now is to add back in these walls and maybe some kind of doorman kind of character right out here would be interesting. But other than that, I think this is just about as done as I can get it at this point. Of course, any kind of suggestions you may have to improve this is more than welcome. I'd love to hear all of your considerations. Here we go, I have now roofed this. There is this slight problem. These are only attached at the bottom, but I don't think it's too big of a problem. No matter what, visibility is good in this one. There's a lot of transparent pieces that makes it easy to see what's going on. Of course, light inside would look good as well. But yeah, this is where I'm at right now. I'm imagining some kind of sign over here would be a great idea, but I'm a bit I don't know completely how I should approach that. Maybe a 3D sign or something else. And then of course there is the pizza place, which I am intending to put in here, and the elevator, which means I'll probably have to take out this one rounded piece and put in an elevator, or put it from here at the edge of it. I'll have to think about that. What I will do now is add in the pizza store right here. Here we got the outline for the pizza shop, and I've used one of these panel things right here just to add some detail. I'm gonna add a kitchen thing over here, and this is gonna be sort of the sales part of it. People will be standing out here to get their pizzas. Now, you might think this would interfere with the elevator that I'm talking about, but I'm thinking that this elevator should be way out here, so we got a little more room to do with right here. So yeah, and I'm also considering using some of these stickers from the extra sticker sheet pack thing, which came out I think about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, because there are some nice city pizza signs in here. I've just got to find some tiles which actually fit. For some reason they've used a lot of these stickers which has the size of a 2x3 tile, which is not something I regularly have. Not sure anybody has those regularly at this point in time, because it's relatively new as far as I know. But other than that, it is cool to have these stickers, and it is surely a place where I can use these. So I will do that and make more progress on this little pizza stand. This is where I'm at this point. A small sign with City Pizza and a small menu thing right here. Now, I am thinking that a roof like this in some way would be nice and also look good, but I'm not sure I can pull this off. I will be looking into a kitchen, I think, now. However, I am running short on time, so I may not be able to finish this today. But I am pretty pleased with the overall look for now, at least. Maybe I will get back to this at some point and start making some other changes to it. But of course, any kind of suggestions you may have will be more than welcome, both for this and for the small comedy club. It would be great to hear what you have to say about it. But I will get going on the kitchen and we will see how far I make it. I've made this classic little stove for the pizza shop. Now, of course, a pizza shop needs a pizza oven proper, so I will be making one of those. But you can also see right back here is a small cupboard with condiments on it and condiments in it, of course. So adding this in here is great. And yeah, we need a real pizza oven right over here. Here we go, a pizza oven and it's actually functional. You can open it up and you've got room for pizza in there, which is pretty nice, I think. And of course, there's a chimney up top, so the smoke can come out from the inside. And I'm gonna place it right in here, like this. And that should be good. Now the door here is actually kind of in the way, or actually the oven is in the way for the door. You can't get inside. So I think I'll just change the door and this glass pane round, and that should be good. And once I've done that, I think I've got to end today's video. I'll put this back in the city and we'll see how everything looks. Here we are back in the city, and we will have to see how it looks when I put back in the Ninjago City District as it looks currently. I am excited about this. We'll see. Oops. Don't knock everything over, Jacob. Don't do it. There we go. This is how it looks. Surely this has got to go, but other than that, I think it's looking interesting. Now, of course, colors and such are really hard to do, I think, especially in the Ninjago City District, because it is so colorful. But people who design it and design it in a good way seem to be very good at combining colors, and I'm not sure I am too good at combining colors. I do like how this sort of carries itself. The teal and this salmon colored pinkish hue and the white looks good together, but I'm not sure that I don't think it clashes too much with the yellow pizza restaurant over there. But other than that, I do like the look, I do like the idea behind this, and I do think it can actually be pretty interesting to look at. Now, what I need to remember here is to sort of make a tapered effect. So these buildings sort of stick out the farthest and are the lowest, and the buildings behind them will be taller and more visible in that way. No matter the colors, I do like all the details that I've managed to get in here, especially the kitchen in there, and I like all the pattern I've actually managed to make on this building as well. These are great. I really like these pieces here, the 1x4 with one stud on each end, and I think that makes it look very interesting rather than just a plain wall. There's of course also this door opening right here with the same detail once again, which I think gives this a sort of coherent look, which I like a lot. And we've got the door entrance to the comedy club right there. Of course, some kind of sign up here, as I talked about before, would be great. And of course, there's also the pizza stand here, the small street food pizza stand, where people can come up to this small counter here, order their pizza and be on their way. The color scheme is good, as it is also the color scheme which is used in the official LEGO City pizza van, which came out I think a couple of years ago, which is a wonderful set. I really like that, and it was neat to have these stickers and actually get to use them for once. I think it really brought some detail to this little mock. Overall, I've got to say that I do like how everything is going here. It's gonna be a job, it's gonna be a thing trying to fit all of this back into the city and get the whole city to sort of fit this in some way, shape or form. But that's just going to be exciting, I think. But with that, I think I'll go back to me and I'll say thank you for watching. Today I continued work on the Ninjago City District in my LEGO City, and I do like where it is going. It's not as easy as I could have hoped for, but I think it's going okay. There is something about the colors which I'm not entirely sure about, so please let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions or ideas that might help me out. Moreover, I'm not sure about how to continue upwards from here. I am sure that I need to have some kind of tapered effect, that it needs to slope towards the back so we can actually see the buildings behind it, and they have to be taller than the buildings in front of it. But other than that, I'm not sure on how to continue from here. But I think it's going to be exciting to work more with in the future. But remember, if you have any kinds of suggestions, any kinds of ideas for what kinds of shops, what kind of buildings, maybe some details you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to hear about it. But that is all for me today. I hope you'll comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you folks next time.